What's up, party peoples? It's your boy Rennie Ren, and tonight we getting back into Madden 23. Yeah, with the homies, the Giants. We gonna see who the Giants gonna be playing today. Yeah. Let's see who we gonna be playing today. Oh man. Sorry for the no for no music right now. It's a little muted. I don't want to get copyrighted on that. On that. Yeah, I don't want to get copyrighted on that music. So for the time being, until we get in the game, you're not gonna hear no music right now. Really? Excuse me. Excuse me again. So I'm gonna be on the right. So we're gonna pick my character. Alright, check. Alright, so it's gonna be a random team. Let's see. I'm gonna do a prayer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go with the Browns. Let's see. No, not yet. Not quite yet. Let's see. You know what? Let's see. Do 10 minutes. 10-minute quarters. Yeah, so what your party people's been up to? Let me know down in the comments. While you over there in the comments, don't forget to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and that notification bell. You know the deal. Let's see.
Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
First play, Watson to the air. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Back to throw, Watson. Got an open man, that's David Njoku, the tight end. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Not too long.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it, a really nice job there
Let's
by the
see.
defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Couldn't hold it in.
Down on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Waiting on it will be Richie James. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and of course take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Jones. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it? kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go to Barkley again. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? I mean, let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 1st and goal from the 6. Throwing Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Matt Breida from 6 yards away. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board.
That's right. Touchdown already.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you got to see it.
Now, we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think you're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now, following the touchdown, here to kick it away. Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw a short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. Occasionally, you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Xavier McKinney in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I did that.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing: take care of the football.
That's right.
Now Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. James has got it, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Go Giants, that's right.
They had a big play a moment ago, followed up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Spinning away. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make the score 14-zip.
14-zip.
And they make quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game.
Very large hole.
On 1st down.
Oh.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a 3rd down. Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
On the return, it's James. And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, 74 yards. And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
I would have got the touchdown.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he's got Vanette. Touchdown. Nick Vanette, 31 yards. As these guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. We're still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over.
Yeah, I should have declined it. I had made the touchdown.
There, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history to make it, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
The extra point, and it makes the score 21-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, see, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Watson. And that would give me off target and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
21-0 our score after 1. Following the penalty, Chubb. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you get ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. A gain of 22.
And that's well executed there on third down. I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Yeah.
If you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Throwing on third down, Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
York able to send this one through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And now a little across the 25 to the 27. And now out come the Giants. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On the move past the 40. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 42 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving him up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Looking to throw. Jones. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. That one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He's going to get it again, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Giants are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, head on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Gano now, following the touchdown, here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. And the Browns getting set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's James. Touchdown, Giants. Reggie James, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants extend their lead yet again. Gano for the extra point. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Gano now, following the touchdown, here to kick it away. Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points to the Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving a little bit, out and back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, and his throw is going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Let's see.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them in the field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
And this one is no good. He missed it. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback from the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Jones on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he had to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Myles Garrett, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. Second and 5 now. Jones. Touchdown. Daniel Bellinger. 13 yards out. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Gano now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Watson on first down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Watson. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's going to have a first down and get into field goal range here at the 29.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. York able to send this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And look,
The time is of the essence. We breeze through halftime, and we are ready for the second half. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. They got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, but let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And that's complete to Shepard. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
Gano now, following the touchdown, here to kick it away. Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good game and a 1st down.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That's some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this? We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
Now the throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Jones. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to pull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. And now the Browns coming out on the field.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Watson now to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine Donovan Peoples-Jones. And now it's 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Watson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. If there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They'll get it inside the 20. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 43 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley taking it for a yard out. And the Giants get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
But it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is how do we
it's pretty much out of the game, man.
Right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Watson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Anthony Short's the intended target,
and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Now Watson on 3rd down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but it's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter, I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they got this game well in hand.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. Now fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The New York set to take the field. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard, 79 yards. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country or any speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts to return.
Always, they never run it down.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worked.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the ball is knocked out. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery on a Giants touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring them indeed with that score alone. Extra point try, good by Gano. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kayvon Thibodeau.
That's right, I took him down.
In there for his second sack of the afternoon. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on second and long. Watson. This complete to David Bell.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Well, that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And New York set to take the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to...
He's got a man, complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here pulled in by Galladay.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here, some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back.
And they will take it on in
Another
for
one.
a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Giants continue to pour it on here in the
8 more
fourth.
minutes, I might bust 100.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and he actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Gano now, following the touchdown, here to kick it away.
Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but
What are they going to be disappointed about?
Wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the 50, it's Watson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's been in the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Part of my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of the first as he's tackled at the 47. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a gain of 35. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Jones now throwing on 1st down to Shepard, complete over the middle.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Tell you what, Martin, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Carter, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Barkley will score. Touchdown, New York. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, they have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing, partner. They do have some good news, though.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had a alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
Back to throw. Watson. This is the tight end to Njoku. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Jasper Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
The Browns send out their punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
James now to return it.
A good return there, 17 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. Now, this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in.
For that last completion, CD, he's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing. Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 and the 15. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Give him free on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Gano now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth
Yeah, you'd
quarter.
say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now whistles and a timeout call here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for the late touchdown.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
Not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Yeah, that's a damn shame. 104 to 6. Let's see. Damn. $104 to 6. Damn. Alright, party peoples, that's the end of the gameplay. Catch you on the flip side. Later days.